Trying to do is find the best place to attach the thermocouple, and I'm pretty sure I found the perfect place for it. It's gonna be right here, and it's gonna be encapsulated for this, and this goes in here. By the way, I'll show you the other side. This is the other side. It's already placed. It's a guard for the radiator. So what I want to do is add the thermocouple in there. Now you're gonna be wondering, why do you want to add a thermocouple? Because I cannot find a service manual for this motorcycle, and it's when the standing still, when there is so much traffic, overheats. Already happened several times, and I had the coolant spilled. So I connected to the back to motorcycle. I got constantly connected my what is the name, OBD2, so I can see on my phone app the temperature, and I know by a fact when it reaches 115 Celsius starts spilling out. I mean that's hot. So my goal is not let it get to 100. So what I did for now is not ideally, but I mean it works for now. But I need to remember to turn it on. Is added the switch, so I am constantly monitoring. But anyways, when I is in traffic, I just turn it on. In highway, high speed, turn it off because now the wind comes into the radiator and cools down the coolant. But that is a risk. A risk. If I forget in the city, I'm gonna have the water spill it out again. So that one to add a thermocouple in here, so it does it automatically when it reaches temperature. But I wanted to know what was the matching temperature. So this is the app. This could be good. Around here, this is bad, and this is what I get on the radiator in, radiator out. Why do I mean radiator in or radiator out? If you see the front of the motorcycle, I measure the temperature, and of course, one side has to be hotter than the other, meaning that the one that is hotter is where the water is coming in into the radiator. The one coming out is when the radiator is cooler. So this is the readings. That's how I deduce which one's in and out. So when I got 105, I got 138 radiator in, that is this side, and then I got 108 on the other side. I was thinking about adding two just for redundancy in case one of those fall off, but I wanted to know the temperature. So I got the readings at the matching temperatures on the thermocouple, meaning that I need to buy a thermocouple that switches on at this temperature. By the way, I'm gonna buy a normally open thermocouple because I want the opposite what the boilers do. Boilers, what they do is turn off after certain temperature, and I want the thermocouple to turn on after certain temperature. This is the plan, and those thermocouples are cheap, and I already have all the wiring. And this is the last video. I finally installed the thermostat on the motorcycle. I installed them right here where I was planning to, and they looked good and they perform nice. I have two thermostats for redundancy. The one in the bottom is 90 Celsius and the one in the bottom 100. You might be asking why 90 and 100, because when I bought the set they only gave me one of each, from 40 to 100, and I mean it's not that much difference. I can't remember. No, it's 95 and 100. It's only 5 Celsius difference between those two. But again, this is just redundancy, just in case one fails to close, the other will. So these thermostats are normally open, and that guy is gonna close when it comes to 90 Celsius and the 100. I got the wiring right there. I send them through here all the way inside. I had to remove the tank. I made the connections inside because before, I guess I had it this guy to turn on the fan. Now it's automatic, and also runs right here. By the way, the fan is right there, and the connection for the fan is in here. Oops, sorry. And yeah, is in there, and I had to tap the positive, the ones that go to the fan, and that positive goes to the thermostat on the other side. I got DC in and DC out. DC in comes from a fuse box that is right here. Again, runs for the motorcycle right there. Here's on a switch box, and the switch box turns on with the key. I'll see. I can show you a video later how it works. Now I don't have to worry anymore. I mean, there is something wrong with the motorcycle, maybe a relay, I don't know what it is, but this is my plan B emergency. Even I'm gonna fix it in the future, but I'm gonna have two ways. I mean, because I don't want the motorcycle to overheat again. That thing says, and I don't have the service manual for this motorcycle. But that works. I like it now. Because before I was forgetting to turn on the fan. Yeah, I like it and it's working. I had I did a test ride today. It's a very hot day and passed the test.